Hello and welcome to Junior Prime. My name is Brian if you're new around here, but if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, you purveyor of awesomeness. That's what you get for subscribing, by the way. Free titles at the start of these videos that you feel free can represent yourself in-game or in the real world. Might cause a little bit of confusion, but either way, I'll leave the choice up to you. Now, in today's guide, I'm going to jump through my Chaos Warrior build. This is Great Axe plus Blunderbuss in New World. We're going to go through my skills, and really at the end of it, after we kind of go through skills, stats, and gear, I've gotten some feedback from you awesome folks talking about how you want to see my logic play out in the game. So I'll kind of highlight what I'm thinking as I'm thinking it, as in terms of kind of my rotation for my skills and abilities. And at the end of the day, this is hopefully a really good template for you to take it, make it your own, find something that works great for you and that feels great for you. Now, I play New World on a controller, and that's just something that I choose to do. If you're looking for more controller support in this game, I'm constantly providing feedback to the developers on that front. Right now, New World uses the Steam controller inputs, and ideally, I'd love to see them bring it in natively, but that's another conversation for another video. Let's go ahead and dive into New World and into my Chaos Warrior build. And if you guys have any questions, sound off below. If you make any changes to this, sound off below. Let me know what you're thinking, because at the end of the day, I really enjoy reading your thoughts and helping it kind of really inform mine, especially for future decisions and future guides. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and pull up our various skills. Now, I'm going to throw up the attributes stats page here. Right now, I'm rocking 300 strength, 150 constitution. That's just to help in my survivability, and this is just to help base my strength off of it, because Blunderbuss itself scales off of strength and also intelligence. I'm not really using a lot of intelligence in this build, but I'm using strength primarily because also of the Great Axe itself, and constitution just for survivability. Now, under weapon mastery, let's go ahead and start off with our Great Axe. Now here I'm rocking a full Mauler build. That's Maelstrom, Whirlwind, and Gravity Well. Now I'm going to go through these values in case you've never seen them on the Great Axe before, but if you already know the Great Axe, feel free to use the chapter markers here on YouTube to just go ahead and jump to the next section for the Blunderbuss. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Maelstrom is going to perform a fast spinning attack that pulls targets closer to you and deals 110% weapon damage. This gets enhanced by Storm's Reach, extend Maelstrom's pull range by 50%. This also consumes all projectiles while Maelstrom is active, and Maelstrom does an extra spin attack, pulling in foes and dealing another 110% weapon damage. For Whirlwind, this is a spin attack that all nearby foes, dealing 50% weapon damage. If you hit a foe, spin again, max 4 spins. You can move while spinning, and this attack cannot backstab. This attack has Grit. Grit prevents you from being staggered by incoming attacks. This is enhanced by Whirlwind's maximum number of rotations is increased to 7. Whirlwind's movement speed is increased by 50%. And Surrounded, if you have 3 or more foes surrounding you, deal 30% more damage. Then under Gravity Well, an upward swing dealing 99% weapon damage and projecting a powerful tear in reality that creates a vortex up to 10 meters away. The vortex pulls foes within 4 meters to its center, and foes within the vortex cannot dodge, and their movement speed is reduced by 60% due to the intense gravity. The collapsing vortex ends after 3 seconds, and all damaging bursts, dealing 125% weapon damage. This is enhanced by Crowded Well, increased burst damage by 10% for each foe caught in the vortex. And Unyielding, allies gain 10% Fortify with standing in your well. Fortify reduces your incoming damage. I've got my ultimate for Mauler's Fury. Great Axe attacks grant a stacking, that'd be a better word, 3% damage increase for 3 seconds with a maximum of 10 stacks. And then I've got the various different perks. Mauler's Resolve. If you get hit while holding a Great Axe and are below 50% health, you're going to gain 40 stamina for 20, and that's got a 20-second cooldown. Heavy pull, heavy attacks with the Great Axe pull foes closer to you. Then you have Enduring Strike, adds Grit to Great Axe heavy attacks, also grants 12% damage reduction while Grit is active, and that's again preventing you from getting staggered. Revenge, when you block an attack with a Great Axe, gains 5% damage for 5 seconds, and that can stack up to 3 times. Crowded Protection, while holding a Great Axe, gain 10% damage absorption while 3 or more foes are within 4 meters. Center of Attention, while holding a Great Axe, gain 4% damage when 3 or more foes are within 4 meters. And then finally Gravity, and after you cause a pull, your foe is rooted for 0.25 seconds. Now, at the end of the day, I do also enjoy charge. Like if you are thinking of an option that you want to kind of pick, maybe substitute out your Maelstrom or your Whirlwind for charge. This is also very fun to kind of have that ability to close the gap real quickly if desired. So that would be something where maybe you would do a combo of Gravity Well because it has that range, and then charge in, start heavy and following up with Mauler to get everybody in that AoE, swap to your Blunderbuss, and start doing some more AoE damage. And so, welcome guys if you've went ahead and skipped ahead to the Blunderbuss section, mainly focusing in on the Chaos Tree, but I'm also thinking AoE. That's essentially the kind of the core concept with the axe and the Blunderbuss, also scaling off of strength. The skills are Splitting Grenade. This is where you shoot a grenade out of the Blunderbuss that will bounce up to 4 times and will detonate after 1.5 seconds. The Splitting Grenade can also be manually detonated by reactivating this ability key at any time. Upon detonation, it will create 3 mini grenades that will disperse and explode 1 second after landing, dealing 85% weapon damage in a 3-meter area. Each successful grenade hit at the same target deals 40% less base damage. Now you see Soften increases damage to targets greater than 50% health. Then you also have Delayed Escape, a grenade that hits a haste, increasing movement speed by 20% for 3 seconds. Multiple hits will refresh the duration when they hit. And then you have Incendiary Bursts. Splitting Grenade explodes, inflict burn on hit, dealing 10% weapon damage per second for 10 seconds. And that can stack up to 3 times. For your mortar charge, load the Blunderbuss with a heavy canister for the next 15 seconds. Shoot 3 shots, and shots will no longer fire multiple pellets, but instead fire heavy, fast, diving mortar-style canister that will cause a tall explosion upon impact, dealing 126% weapon damage in a 3-meter area. If the target is 10 meters away or further, they will take 35% increased damage from the mortar itself. This is enhanced by Steady. Each hit grants 7 stamina. Freedom, with each shot fired, gain a burst of 50% movement speed when the K is in power over 3 seconds. And then Streak, gain an extra canister that you can now fire up to 4 shots. Additionally, each mortar charge hit will increase damage from future mortar charges hits and for the next 6 seconds by 10%, with a maximum of 30%. And then I take Double Down. Once every 30 seconds, your next ability used will have its cooldown reduced by 50%. I have an Enhanced Chamber. Holding onto 2 loaded ammunitions for 2 seconds after reload will load a 3rd active ammunition. And then this is also enhanced with Last Chance. Whenever you take a hit, your health is below 50%. Gain 50% damage reduction for 4 seconds. And I also take Future Planning. Using an ability reduces all other ability cooldowns by 4% for the remaining time. And then on a roll, triggering an ability decreases all damage taken by 3% for 10 seconds, and that can stack up to 5 times. Yes, I read 5 correctly. Yay. Azoth Shot and a Blast. This is a fire 5 shots in a horizontal fan in front of you while pushing yourself backwards. Each shot with a deal of 58% weapon damage. Every consecutive hit on the same target will deal 50% less damage than the previous hit. Reach, increase the range of this attack from 12 meters to 16 meters. Then I have a Discord that fire 4 additional pellets with each use of this ability. Then you have Refresh. Each individual hit from this ability or from the Blunderbuss primary fire will lower the cooldown of this ability by 1.5 seconds. Azoth Bomb, fire a singular bomb down the center of the fan. This bomb will implant itself in the world and explode, dealing 100% weapon damage in a 3-meter area after a 0.5 second delay. And I have this enhanced with Ramp. Reload gives you damage boost for 4% for 6 seconds, and that can stack up to 4 times. Now, how I've got my skills themselves laid out, Q, E, and R, namely because, again, on controller, I use left bumper and right bumper to fire off E and R, and left bumper to fire off Q. I want to make sure that I'm firing off Q on specifically where my AoEs primarily are E and R, and I want to be able to pull these off pretty substantially, pretty quickly. Where Q, I can go ahead and use that as necessary. Same thing kind of applies to Great Axe. I've got my Gravity Well on R, I've got my Whirlwind on E, and I've got my Mauler on Q. So that's how I've got those skills structured. Let's jump into my gear set, which you can see here. I am currently rocking a soldier build. This is a strength build, and you can feel free to obviously slot in any particular gems that you personally feel would end up benefiting you as well. So playtester medium Helm of the Soldier, being that this is obviously on the PTR at the moment. You can see here strength build. That's really kind of what I'm looking for in building that out. As far as your perks and more like that, we'll have to obviously continue to play around and refine that in future guides and builds. But again, focusing in on soldiers, because soldier in and of itself is that strength stuff. Now you can see here I'm also looking at the medium armor, essentially keeping myself pretty agile, not quite light armored in order to do the dodge rolls, but overall, like, this does give me a nice little boost in terms of that, and especially how I relate that to the stamina regeneration. Being able to kind of hop, dip, duck, dodge, and dive ends up being a huge boon. So again, focusing on everything that I can that's going to give me that strength setup. And now over here again, opportunistic playtester Blunderbuss of the Soldier, again focusing on strength here, and then also for the axe focusing on strength with, again, in this case I chose gems opportunist, 20% more damage against targets with less than 30% health, and then 12% damage against targets with an active crowd control status effect, slow, stun, or root. Since I'm doing a lot of that, I feel like those things get married very well together. So generally, while I'm thinking, especially as the Great Axe and and the Blunderbuss, I like to have a lot of root control, keep them steady, swap out, easy breezy as I play. But the ability to be able to bring people in and then obviously switch over to the Blunderbuss and have like your shots in which that kind of really help bring out that AoE perspective, it feels good. It just is a good feeling all around. So you just get when you bring those combos right together, it feels so incredible to play this build. So hopefully you guys got something good from this. Hopefully there's something that you can take away from this as well. And yeah, go nuts, have fun. Let me know what you end up changing, what you end up enjoying most about it, and I'm looking forward to having that conversation with you guys. But anyway, for Ginger Prime, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you have a fantastic day. Hopefully I'll see you in my next video. But until then, take care.
Yeah. It's time to chill out on the couch and read some comments. That's right. You know me when it comes to Destiny. I'm off with a clan, and I'm glad you're feeling better. Oh yeah.